What's going on, you roguelike bastards? This is RMG back at it again, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit while I play Returnal. I'm actually able to get to the second level. This is a really hard game, and in the meantime, just kind of bring you up to speed as to what I'm doing here. Obviously this game has been out, a couple days now, and everybody's been able to play it and kind of give you guys a quick demo of what to expect. And by now, people are playing the new, what's that one that just came out? Resident Evil Village. And that's a really cool one too. Thinking about getting that one and playing it. I'm not really sure if I'm all on board with it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are Resident Evil fans. I'll tell you the truth, I was kind of a fan and I kind of dropped out from it a while back, but then decided to come back to it when I saw Resident Evil Village. So I really haven't played a whole lot. This is a tough game here. Damn. See what kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Resident Evil, will have to kind of thinking about it. Not sure if I'm totally on board with it, but I do like it. I think the graphics look nice. I think the gameplay looks pretty good, and I think I will end up buying it. I'm not really quite sure. Anyway, so what do you guys thoughts on Returnal? Are you guys gonna get it? Is this something that you're interested in? Let me know in the comments below. Seems like a lot of people liked it. It got a lot of praise for it, and I certainly think it deserves it. I wanted to talk about a little bit about the game too. I think the graphics are really good. I wouldn't say they are in the level of, let's say, like a Naughty Dog or a Santa Monica or an Insomniac Games. But I do think that they are like 4 out of 5, really good. I can think of a couple things that I wanted to add to the game to make it a little more realism. But nobody cares about what I say anyway. So yeah, the graphics good. I mean, I think I would have liked to see like her interact more with the elements. For instance, if you're going through grass, I hate that thing. If you're going to grass, through the grass, let it kind of sway or give some motion to it. I feel like there's not enough of that there. There's a couple other things. But I'm just trying to see what these parasites do. Now, I'm not the best to explain to you guys, like, step by step what everything does. There are good explanations online about that. I think one of the best ones I found is this guy named Supernova on YouTube. Go and check out his channel. He's a phenomenal YouTuber. Really like a no holds barred type of guy when it comes to things related to gaming and what his opinion is on stuff. I respect YouTubers like that a lot, that just speak their mind and will tell you what they think about something, regardless of whether they are a fan or not of whatever console or game or whatever. Excuse me. So go check him out. He's got a video out which kind of explains a little bit more about the ins and out of Returnal. Like I said, I'm not the guy to come for that on my videos. I can kind of walk you through a couple things, maybe give you some tips. Like the first tip that I'll give you is definitely pick the right weapon. Make sure that not every weapon is created equal here. I think that's the first tip. The kind of weapon that I've picked up has helped me along the way tremendously. Also, the statues here, the ones that you can break apart, they give off like extra obolites. I think that's what they're called, like the yellow things that stick to you. But sometimes they will have enemies in them as well. So if you're not ready to fight because maybe you're low on life, yeah, watch out for that. I mean, I've had plenty of times where I destroyed one of these statues and I wasn't ready to fight, and then all of a sudden I had one of these flying, 3 demons. I hate those, the demons that fly. And I wasn't ready for that. So keep that in mind. Also, another tip, if you're like running on these platforms and you're not careful, you're definitely going to fall off one of the platforms here. So just an extra little tip here. I kind of always hit the trigger a little early. That's why I don't ever get the recharge that I need. Excuse me, something in my throat there today. Yeah, I haven't been able to swim to get those, so I die immediately. Not sure if that's in the second level or not. So that's some of the tips that I'll give you guys. But to finish my sentence there, yeah, go check out Supernova. He's got a detailed sort of explanation of what is and what is not. And he's got his own tips and stuff. That's really cool. I like that. Another thing that I would want to say is that this is kind of a huge tip. Once you're playing, and let's say, for instance, you're about to go into the next room, a really neat trick is that you can actually fight these bosses or these creatures. And you don't necessarily have to stay. Oh, I gotta go to the top here. You don't necessarily have to stay in the same room. So you can start shooting and you can start killing the ones that are closest to the entrance, and that's going to help you a lot. Because by the time you get to the other ones, you already defeated half your foes. So that's something to keep in mind. Like right here, if there's new enemies coming through, as long as these doors don't seal themselves, you can come in and like fight the foes that come through. I'm trying to get up there. And probably not paying attention here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So that's another good tip. I had to learn that pretty much just by kind of seeing what works and what doesn't. Now, sometimes these doors do seal off, and you won't be able to do what I'm telling you. However, I have been able to actually come back like this, where the door closes and it's sealed off. Unfortunately, that's not a good idea. But yeah, I mean, definitely it is a good idea to fight these guys if you can, unless the door seals. Let's see if the door is sealed here. I'm going to stay quiet for a couple minutes and try to beat this aspect. Right, I'm going to get my ass kicked here. I tried. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my ass worked here. Unless I can get some life. Super close, guys. That was super close. And I probably not finished either. So, I mean, I could have, after I beat these guys, have more enemies come at me, which will not be a good idea. Let's see this weapon here. Let's just try it here. Oh, I hate these guys. Yeah. Yeah. That was not good. I wasn't prepared for that. You could say I didn't have the best weapon. I picked that weapon just to see. It is good for most up close fighting like that. It deals a lot of damage. But if you got a lot of people and you're far away that you need to kick ass, I would strongly suggest you stay away from the shotgun. Practice this a little bit. There we go. These are kind of annoying. Not too bad though. And not everywhere is accessible. You'll see it, but they come out of nowhere. They're not the most annoying. Another tip that I can give you, like right here, if I wanted to, I could escape this and I could just come back here and then actually go searching for them from above, which is kind of neat. But in this scenario, I won't be needing much time to run because there's only one of them, which is nice. I can just do this. Now, if there was 3 or 4, then yeah, I would want to maybe not stay there. And the reason you don't is because if you like dash and you accidentally dash in the wrong direction, you could die. But like in this instance, I think I have plenty of room here. And I'll be okay. I think I'll be all right. That's another tip, you know, that I've just picked up along the way. The game is difficult, guys, so it's going to take you a couple times to beat the boss. It's not going to be right away. Don't get discouraged if you don't get it in the first 5 or 6 times. I'm going to be honest, it took me probably at least 24 times. I'm just, you know, I'm not that savvy with Returnal. But I was able to beat him, and it gives you a good challenge. It gives you a good enough challenge to keep you interested and keep you coming back. But it's not so much to the point where it's like, screw it, I'm never going to play this game again type of thing. But it will give you a challenge, I will say that. So keep your eyes peeled. Now these doors right here, the ones with the blue, those are like side quests. And the ones with the square, those are like the main objectives. This is what I discovered. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, this is what my understanding is. So, got no keys right now. I need a key. So are you guys gonna pick up Resident Evil Village? Is that on the menu for you guys? Here we go. Oh, okay. Those are those towers. Those are the pain in the butts. As long as once you get adrenaline, like the 2 little missiles here that you see, things start getting a little easier. And then if you lose it, trying to slash these dudes. Sometimes more come out, sometimes they don't. I guess just depends, you know, in the situation you find yourself in. Increase, yeah. You gotta pick up you gotta know what you're picking up when you pick up parasites. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. Pick your poison wisely, because some could really screw you. I picked one up one time that basically caused my map on the right to completely malfunction. I couldn't see anything very well. Made the game a lot harder for me, and it wasn't fun, that's for sure. Had to find the right type of I don't know. There's even parasites that will help fix that, but I had to find the right type of cure for that, so to speak. So pick your poison wisely. I'm already here, guys, at the teleport. And I'm just going to do it just to show you. Like I said, I've already beat the first boss. And I'm pretty much done with that. So let's move on. And you see the loading time on that? Phenomenal. I mean, we've got a level up and running in about, what was that? 2 seconds? That was awesome. I'm probably just gonna play for maybe another 10 minutes or so. Just kind of show you guys around. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this already. But I kind of wanted to talk to y'all and appreciate you guys for being here at my channel. I'll probably do another run here with Resident Evil Village if I decide to get it. I'm more leaning towards getting it than I'm not. That's a good one to have. The gate key. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys are planning on getting it, if you like it. What do you guys think of the reviews? What do you think about people playing it? Is this something you're interested in getting? Resident Evil Village is cool. I like it for the most part, so we'll see. The sound on this, guys, let's talk about the sound a little bit. We talked about the graphics. I mean, like I said, I think they are worthy of praise. Especially for housemarque. I'll just say one more last thing about the graphics here. Is that for a company like housemarque, who really hasn't had any time to develop a game like this, but they've created a world like this for us to enjoy on their first run around with third person, I think they've done a phenomenal job, and they're worthy of that praise in my opinion. The sound, phenomenal. They really know what they're doing. I can hear, you know, footsteps. I can hear creatures on my right, creatures on my left here. Oh yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's no way I can cross that yet. There's an ability out there that allows you to walk on these type of surfaces like liquid and water. I haven't gotten that yet, but anyway. They really know what they're doing with the sounds. Phenomenal sounds. I would say that I'd give it like maybe 5 out of 4. I'm just trying to look for new areas. I know you kind of run into them like that, like this one right here. You can run into it. Oh, but I would have to go through. Okay, got it. Let's talk about the gameplay. Is what keeps people coming back. Is the gameplay. Gameplay, I think, is one of the top reasons people get this game. It's got a replay value that's extremely high, in my opinion. Because when you die, you keep wanting to come back for more. And what's cool about it is that every time you die and you come back, it's a little different. A little bit different regarding weapons, regarding setup, regarding the way you can walk around in the world. So each time is a little bit different. Honestly, I really haven't had a repetitive moment where I'm like, oh, this again? Like, not really. Oh, I can see that I found another teleport here. See, this right here, I haven't really ever seen. So each time is a little different. It keeps it fresh, you know. There's new weapons, new power-ups. I've seen probably most power-ups, but I will say you know, the other day I found one that I was like, oh, This is kind of neat. I've never seen this. So, one of the biggest reasons for this game, for anybody to buy it, would definitely be the gameplay. It's frustrating but rewarding at the same time. So, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, totally cool. Careful what you wish for here. These guys here at the bottom. Nasty guys. Yeah. Now the nice thing about level 2 is that you do get more space to run around and kill your enemies. So you're not exactly stuck like, you know, in the first world where it's like, you know, it's very narrow and you gotta run around and stuff. It's not like that. There's more freedom to run around, and it gives you the ability to run if you want, or to keep your distance. I'm sure you guys already know that by now. But definitely gameplay is what keeps me coming back here. Last but not least, you know, the final thoughts that I have about Returnal is play it for yourself. If you had the opportunity to own a PS5, like I said, it's I know I'm gonna probably get a little backlash. It's not a AAA title per se, but it doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. It could really be enjoyable and awesome, even if it's not a AAA. And granted, you know, there has been AAA games that suck, right? And that's all subjective. I mean, I could be like, you know, God of War is like a AAA game, was the best game ever, and somebody could say, no, it's not. It totally sucks, right? And somebody could think this sucks, you know, and I would say to them, I disagree with that. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I mean, out of 10, Returnal, in my opinion, it really is up there like 8, 8.5. You know, if you really want my honest opinion. And I'm grading it that way because I enjoy the game. Not just based on 1 or 2 or 3 things. I thoroughly enjoy the game. And I've come back, you know, more than I've ever wanted to admit because of the replay value. So if that's worth anything to you guys, you know, I hope that you can go out there and buy the game and try it for yourself. I think most people, to be honest, you know, I think most people have given it a fair shake at the game, have given it a fair review. Like I said, I wouldn't say, you know, it's the greatest game and, you know, oh my god, you know, this is such a cool game and you should definitely, you know, better than anything else. I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely very enjoyable, and it has kept me very happy to own a PS5, because this is why I bought PS5, is to play new games, to play next gen titles. And probably gonna get a little backlash here right before I end, by saying that I think Game Pass, once again, I think Game Pass is awesome. Adds value to people, and I think it's doing a good job of that. However, I personally didn't buy a next gen console to just sit here and play games that are from 2016 or 2014. I didn't buy games, you know, to play. I didn't get, you know, a next gen console to play older games, even though that's a nice thing to have. That's still not a reason for me to buy a next gen console. It's a nice touch. I give it up to Microsoft for that. It's a nice touch. But see what I mean when it popped up new enemies? You gotta be careful with that. So this is why I get a next gen console, to play next gen titles. And I think it's, you know, we've gotten new titles to play in the last 6 months. I think it's been really awesome. And we've got Miles Morales. We've gotten this. We've got Resident Evil Village, which I know is not an exclusive. But we've gotten, what other exclusive we've gotten there? I can't think off the top of my head, but I know we've gotten a couple of them, like 4 or 5. And that's really nice to see. My hope is that Microsoft catches up. I'm mainly a PS fan, but I like healthy competition. I think it's good for both consoles. If Microsoft comes out with exclusives and they look good and they play good and they're awesome, then that means that Sony needs to stay on their toes. And I like that. I like it when Microsoft can show up and say, here I am. But if all you're giving me is old games to play, you know, because they're enhanced, or you've caused more FPS on them, that's all good and dandy. That's cool. You know, I'll welcome that. But give me some exclusive titles that you're working on. You know, make me feel that I invested in your console, and that it was worth it. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Orson, you know the way Microsoft is going, you know the direction they're going into. Yeah, I know that for the most part, they are trying to be a subscription service, but that doesn't mean they can't bring exclusive, awesome titles to your subscription service. I mean, look at Netflix, look at Hulu, look at HBO Max. They all play titles and movies that are exclusive to their, subscription. So exclusivity is a thing, guys. I don't ever want to hear that, it's not a thing. It definitely is a thing, guys. It's a thing. It's a thing in movies. It's a thing in companies. and it's no different for Sony and Microsoft. Anyway, guys, you know, this is all I got for you. 30 minutes of gameplay with Returnal. I hope that you found this video valuable. I hope that you were entertained with my bullshit for a while. And I'm going to go ahead and pick that up and let you guys know that I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. Hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it if you do. Share this video if you think it's insightful or some tips here that, you know, that helped you guys out as I was letting out my frustrations. Let me know. I think, like I said, I think games like these are going to be something that Sony is going to frequent. So I can't wait. I can't wait for that. And I hope Xbox does the same. Anyway, guys, like I said, thanks so much for keeping up with me and my channel, and I do appreciate everything you guys do for the channel, like liking the channel and subscribing to it. And I'll probably pop in a couple days just to show some gameplay from the new title of Resident Evil Village. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much for your time. This is RMG signing off.